Okay.
And if you want a full bag, just multiply that by 2.
All right, and what was that again? I'm writing this down as you speak.
5,550 for half a bag of silver delivered.
All right. Can that go in one of those United States Postal Service boxes?
Yes, it does.
Oh, goody gumdrop. So
if
then...
it fits, it ships.
If it fits, it ships. I can't ask you this question on the air, but if people want to avail themselves of that, can we send them a mug? Is there enough profit in there I can pop for a mug?
On the silver?
Yeah.
Sure.
You think?
Yeah.
All right. So you get hey, we can't give you the Bob Chapman special or the newsletter because we have to actually pay Mr. Chapman for that. That's how he's doing his living down there and wherever the heck he's at. He does radio programming and gets his newsletter out, and he's been educating a whole lot of people. And, folks, we don't build into the cost of any of this stuff for a fine ceramic RBN mug or the Bob Chapman newsletter. All this comes out of our end, folks, and we don't pad it and charge it back to you. Many people do that. Many people become accustomed to, oh, hey, they're giving away something free, only to find out that it's rolled back into the cost of the product or the service that you're getting. We don't do that here. We're honest people. Okay? I know it's a rarity, but we are. Hour 2 coming up right after this. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Hour 2 of the National Intel Report on this Tuesday, 4th of August, 2009. And, of course, if this is Tuesday, Mr. Robert Chapman of the International Forecaster is with us. Robbie Noel, he does a program that follows this one, Monday through Friday, called The Flip Side. And his website is eaglesup.com. So check it out. He does a lot of financial stuff. Gets up in the wee hours of the morning to give you the financial news. And people can throw up news on website, folks, but it's the experience that's necessary to pick out the important stories that you should be reading so you get the gestalt, as they used to say, the big picture. James in Kansas. Thanks for holding, James.
I would like to know what the abbreviation HUI means, as well as the abbreviation XAU as they came out of Bob Chapman's most recent newsletter.
Okay. Bob?
I can't remember.
Well, HUI fell $9.26.
HUI it's affectionately known as the gold bug index.
Okay. And XAU?
And XAU's... They just two composites of different mining companies. I think one's got 15 miners in, and the other one's got 20. I'm not sure of the number.
But there's a distinct difference between the two. The XAU are hedgers, and the hedgers are companies who sell gold into the market ahead of producing it, so that they can get loans to continue to mine that gold. And what they did doing that over the past 15 years is they've suppressed the price on the short term of gold. The HUI, and these are just symbols that were given arbitrarily to these two indexes. They don't mean anything. And the HUI is all of the non-hedges with the exception of one. And I've never called the ASC and asked them why they've done this, but they took Barrick Gold, which is the worst hedger of all, out of the XAU and they put it into the HUI. And I'm sure that Barrick's story is, well, once we start mining that new mine that we have in Chile and Argentina, that the hedge will be covered by production. But it really shouldn't be in there, and it distorts it, and that's why it was put in there, to distort it, to keep the HUI from being stronger than it is and should be.
I was waiting for Robbie to tell me that XAU meant Xanadu, and if he mentioned Rosebud, I was out of here.
Xanadu is just east of Durban.
By the way, Yamana, are you following this, Bob? Yamana just reported.
I didn't see it yet.
Second quarter. And second quarter cash flow increases 51%, operating margins up 18%. So good report from Yamana, which means stock will go down tomorrow.
Well, that's good. It gives everybody an opportunity to buy it. How many shares are outstanding?
I've got no idea.
Oh.
Bob, why would PepsiCo, you find people to make the other cola, why are they buying up the two biggest bottlers? This deal was worth almost $8 billion.
I really don't know. I'm not close to that, and I don't pay a lot of attention to Pepsi because it's pretty moribund stock.
800-313-9443. We're expecting your call. Do it now. We'll be right back.
With your host, John Stachmiller.
There's going to be a little get-together next week. It's going to be the 13th, 14th, and 15th up in Oklahoma City. Well, actually, it's right outside of Oklahoma City. The Freedom 21 Conference. It's going to be the 10th anniversary. I'll be co-hosting that with Tom DeWeese of the American Policy Center. And this is the lineup. The keynote speaker, by the way, has been designated G. Edward Griffin. Ed's going to be doing the keynote speaker. Also, Bob Schultz will be there as well. Chuck Baldwin, Catherine Bleich, Senator Randy Brogdon, Dan Blyfield, American Land Foundation, Mike Chapman, Educational Watch, Michael Kaufman, Dr. Michael Kaufman, Sovereignty International. Who else? Representative Charles Key will be there as well. Mark Lerner. This guy burnt the world on fire with the Real ID stuff. Woke a lot of people up. He's going to be there as well. Let me see. Larry Pratt, Gun Owners of America. Alan Quist of Education Watch. Sam Rohrer, Representative Rohrer out of Pennsylvania. Real ID. He got that information from Lerner. Bob Schultz, We the People Foundation. Michael Shaw, Freedom Advocates. Amanda Tiergarten, OK Safe Inc., talking about the fusion centers. Let me see. Scott Tips, he's a lawyer on the National Health Federation, talking about Codex Alimentarius. Pat Wood from the August Review, and yours truly will be there as well. And if you would like more information on this, please go to the website, freedom21.org. And this is going to be the 10th annual Freedom 21. Am I boring you, Bob? Freedom 21 National Conference in Oklahoma City. And if you want to get more information, you can simply contact them and call them at 731-986-0099. 731-986-0099. Bob?
I am with you, but I still have a late-night hangover from Saturday night. I still haven't got back on schedule, and I yawn all the time now.
Well, you know what? If you were stateside, you'd be one of the people that would be at this conference.
Well, if I was stateside, I'd probably be dead.
Well, we'll wake you up in time so you can speak. Randy in Illinois. Hello, Randy.
Great show, guys.
Yeah, what's on your mind?
I just have a question for basically all three of you. Based on something you said earlier about Saudi prince that tried to, he's under house arrest for attempted coup in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Why haven't the Russians somehow intervened in the Middle East? And could that coup attempt be Saudi Arabia's outreach to the Russians since they know we're about to go belly up?
I don't know. All I know is it's very strange.
Well, you know, with the Russians building a military port in Syria, it just kind of struck me as odd. All of a sudden, there's a coup attempt in Saudi Arabia. America is going down financially. Why haven't the Russians basically made more of an appearance to try to move into the Middle East? And I'll take the answer off air. Great show, guys.
Thanks.
Well, I think they have, but they're doing it diplomatically and subtly. And I'm glad they're doing it that way. If Prince Bandar is incarcerated because he was behind a coup. You know that the coup was planned by England and the United States. He's very tight with them. He's, never mind his oil income, he has billions of dollars in income from shady deals that he's been doing for years. He might be a nice person to look at and listen to, but the guy's a crook.